Well, genetic resources constitute the basic feedstock for agricultural progress. Almost all our cultivated plants have been selected from the wild, mainly by women who domesticated plants long ago, over 10,000 years ago. These could not domesticate anything unless if there is no gene, you can't conserve it. Therefore, the whole Commission's work in terms of genetic resources conservation is an exceedingly important one for sustainable food security in the world. It has certainly created a much more awareness of the need to conserve, because what we call genetic erosion is everywhere threatening the very foundation of genetic variability. And we know from experience, genetic homogeneity enhances genetic vulnerability to pests and diseases, and therefore genetic heterogeneity is important. And that is where the Commission is concerned. The Commission is the custodian of the genetic well-being of humankind. Genetic heritage is there everywhere. The Global Biodiversity Convention has said the genetic resources or the biodiversity resources of a nation is the sovereign property of that nation. If every nation has sovereign property genetic resources, obviously there must be a platform of the concern, a coalition of the concern, who can meet together, discuss problems in genetic erosion, how to maintain them, how to share their benefits, equitable sharing, how do you get benefits to those people who are primary conservers. So you require a platform for discussion, a platform for decision, a platform for combined action. The difference will be every country will have its own policy. We won't have a common human policy. Since world food security is of common concern, after all, if one nation is starving, other nations come to the rescue. Or within a country, if one part of the country is starving, the other people come to know. So food is the first among the hierarchical needs of a human being. Therefore, food security is a concern of everyone. In fact, the Roman philosopher, Rome, where FAO exists, said 2000 years ago that a hungry person listens neither to reason nor to religion. He wants food today, not tomorrow. So this is an area of global concern, and if the Commission didn't exist, we would have denied ourselves a very important opportunity for collective thinking, collective action on all these areas which I mentioned earlier: conservation, cultivation, consumption and commerce. There is a large agenda ahead of the Commission, and I am sure with the spirit of scientific debate and understanding and cooperation among nations, the Commission will become the flagship of the sustainable food security movement.